I'm Pete Holmes, Seattle City Attorney since early 2010. I ran on a platform to stop prosecuting marijuana possession cases because that is the best way to implement the will of Seattle voters. 59% of the cases that were pending when I took office on January 1, 2010 were against African Americans. That in a city with a 7% African American population. The only achievements, if you will, of marijuana prohibition in this case has been to make sure that we've become the #1 jailer nation on the planet, and it's also made certain that only criminals are getting wealthy from the sale of marijuana.
Now, looking at it from an economic it's what's driving all of this isn't marijuana, it's the money. And again, that's where I see that I-502 fills that big hole that's out there.
There are two aspects to my support for I-502. First off, as a prosecutor, I believe that it's not enough to simply not prosecute a bad law. You have to also try to change the law. But change it to what? There's been some debate that perhaps we should simply repeal all of the state marijuana laws, and I think that that would be irresponsible. I think that we need instead to substitute a comprehensive regulatory program, and that's what I-502 does. When everything is in place, after a one-year rulemaking period, an adult age 21 or over in the state of Washington will be able to go to a licensed package store and buy up to 1 ounce of marijuana and be free from the possibility of criminal arrest for possession. At one point, Seattle had more medical marijuana dispensaries than it did Starbucks stores. So it's pretty clear that there had been some gamesmanship around what were valid medical marijuana uses, and a lot of it going into recreational use. So frankly, the best approach, I believe, as a prosecutor, is that we be honest about it. Let's legalize it for adult recreational use, let's regulate it, and let's tax it.
You're eliminating the competition, the turf wars within these groups that has violence. If you're removing that money, you're removing the whole purpose for what they're doing.
John McKay and Kate Plummer, former U.S. attorneys, have both endorsed 502. The former FBI special agent in charge here in Seattle has also endorsed I-502, as have a number of judges. So it's frankly quite an impressive array of people who have recognized that prohibition is not working.
Gosh, for 30 years we've been doing this. You know, is there something else that might be more effective? Hey, let's take this out of the back alleys and put it on the table where people can look at it in a rational way.
Prohibition has failed in every legitimate public safety goal. Youth have ready access to it. The concerns about driving while impaired are rampant, and we know that all we're doing with prohibition is filling our jails and making criminals that sell it rich.